Now, the legendary television presenter Peter Purves has been the voice of Crufts for more than 40 years. So when he was told he would no longer be commentating the world's greatest dog show, he said it felt like being kicked in the stomach.
Well, the 80-year-old believes he was dropped from the show because of his age. And Peter joins us now. Peter, I read this stuff at the weekend, and I said to our team, we've got to get Peter Purves on. I felt angry on your behalf. 41 years you've been the face and voice of this extraordinary show, and then suddenly, on the very moment they've told you they want you to go and accept an award on the show, they cull you.
Well, yes, I mean, they actually... I wasn't accepting an award.
I
got the honour of... The Kennel Club invited me and asked me to accept... to present the Best in Show trophy at Crufts.
Which is the main award?
Oh, it's, in the dog world, it's quite an honour.
So you're given this tremendous honour, and then at the same moment...
Well, no, I telephoned the production company to say just that I wouldn't be available to commentate on Best in Show when they were scheduling, and look forward to seeing them in March.
Because it would be a time clash.
Yeah, yeah.
So you ring them and say, I can't do that.
That's right.
And they say...
well, I got a phone call back, I got an email back saying, that's wonderful news, talk to you about Crufts as soon as we can. Following day, a phone call saying, well, there's no easy way to say this, but actually you're surplus to requirements, we don't need you.
How did that make you feel, Peter?
I was stunned, actually. I mean, if there hadn't been a hint about it, not a hint last year at the show, this would be my 42nd year at the show. I just feel, you know, it's part of my life. And so I was very shocked. I was very hurt.
Did they make it clear that you weren't going to be involved? Because we've had a statement from Sunset and Vine. Peter remains a much-loved part of the Crufts team, and he will join us on screen, appearing as a paid guest with Claire Balding and presenting the prestigious Best in Show award.
Yes, but the point was that I'm not part of the commentary team, and he's invited... the executive producer has invited me to be a guest... a contributor on 2 of the programmes on the Saturday and Sunday. Well, I'm going to be at the show because I'm going to be presenting the award, so it's no skin off their nose, so they could do something very nice for me. I feel it was just a bit of a sop, and it was perhaps to soften the blow, but it didn't.
Your wife, Kate, can't even mention the word Crufts without welling up in tears.
It's upset her considerably, yes. But, I mean, it's been part of our lives.
I mean, I grew up with you, Peter. You know, we've discussed... We came on the show
You're making
before.
me feel very old. Thank you very much.
No, but, you know, Blue Peter, when you were on it, that was my era as a young person growing up. You did so much for us then. Oh. And I would love to think we can now try and return the favour a bit. There's no reason. You've not lost your powers. I mean, you were as good...
I'd like to think I haven't.
Right. I mean, was there anyone saying after last year that your performance was down, or...?
I did ask for the reasons to be in writing, and I got them, and there wasn't a reason. It was just, we are always refreshing the show, and basically, sorry, one in, one out. We're bringing someone else in,
When you
out.
hear the word refreshing the show, does that, to you, sound like code for... ageism? Is that what you're worried about?
I believe that the diktat that's probably come from Channel 4, we want a younger presentation team. I know that was said, so, I mean, but I can't prove it. I can't write it. No one's written it down to me, but I know it. So that has been said. Channel 4 want a younger presentation team, so I had to go.
What impact will it have on your life? I mean, I know it's not a hugely highly paid show. However, all the stuff that it brings you, going to dog shows, and you got a lot of those over the year because of your position there. Will this have a material effect on you and your lifestyle? I
sincerely hope not. I mean, it may. I do a number of great big outdoor events. I do the Country Fire Live event at Blenheim Palace and Castle Howard. This year, I've done that for 3 years. I hope that I carry on running dog arenas at big shows. That's what I do. It's what I like doing. That's not on television, and that doesn't worry me. I'm not worried about it being on television, but I don't believe that because you reach a certain age, your talent, your skill, whatever it is, whatever I have, it may not be good, but whatever I have should not just be dismissed.
You know what's strange? You know, I know, for example, people like Rupert Murdoch, who are in their late 80s now, Warren Buffett heading towards 90. No one says to them, you're too old to be running global businesses.
No, they wouldn't dare,
and people that work with them, and I know them both, you meet them, they're as on top of the game as they've ever been. Yeah. What is it about television that means that age is a problem if you've still got all your faculties?
You tell me. I don't know. I mean, it's, I feel I've been part of that show for a long, long time. So that's what is very hard to break the feeling of. There's a void, you know? I hope it doesn't affect other work. It may, but I hope it doesn't.
And
You have 6 dogs, Peter.
I've got 5, actually.
Oh, 5.
That was the only error in the article.
So you've got 5 dogs.
Yeah.
What dogs do you have?
I've got 1 miniature dachshund. I've got wire-haired dachshund. I've got 1 standard wire-haired dachshund, which is the last of a litter we bred. He's now 12. My wife's got 2 lovely Pekingese, and we've adopted my mother-in-law's deaf and blind Cocker Spaniel.
So, I mean, that in itself is all the credentials I think you need to.
Well, as well as enormous experience in television, a beautiful voice and all the knowledge.
Well, the one thing that hurt me quite a lot was we want to bring in someone else to sit beside the expert team. So I'm not part of the expert team. 41 years doesn't make you an expert. Well,
What reaction have you had from the public since this all came out?
Well, Twitter's gone potty.
Yeah.
I know that online, for the Mail, there's a few fairly unpleasant things been said, but on the Twitter feeds that I get, they notify you on Twitter when you're mentioned. So I'd get all the things that say bad
what are
things
people saying?
as well as that. Well, I've had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, all totally supportive, and 1 unpleasant one. 1.
Go.
Well,
Well,
that's
that's
a
a
good
good
ratio, isn't
Paul
it?
says,
Yeah.
poor old Peter Purves being dropped by Crufts. Rex says, axing Peter Purves, what a bunch of idiots. And Andy can't believe that you're 80. He says you look incredible.
Well, that's the point,
Well,
though.
I'll be 81 before Crufts next year.
Right, but the thing is, Peter, you know, you clearly from this interview, there's nothing wrong with your ability to do this job.
Thank you.
You know, you look great for your age, if you don't mind me saying that. You're clearly...
Well, I'm not really seen much in the show now. Mostly it's commentary. And
Right.
look, what's wrong with my voice?
I just
Do
want
you
to...
think
what's wrong with my
Do you
knowledge?
think you've lost any ability to commentate about a dog show?
No, I don't. But obviously someone else does.
As we all get older in television, I just wonder what message you think this sends out.
It's an obvious message, isn't it? It happens. There aren't a lot of people my age appearing on television.
No.
So it speaks for itself, really.
Well, we're going to launch the Bring Back Peter Purves campaign. We are. I'm doing this because you brought me a lot of pleasure when I was young.
bless you.
And I don't see why they should do this. I think this is utterly ridiculous, cruel, unnecessary, and it will go against, actually, what I suspect most fans of Crufts want. I bet they're all furious today that Peter Purves has been brutally culled in this way. So we're going to launch a campaign to keep you, Peter. It may not work, but you know what? It'll make us feel
It may
better.
not. It may not indeed.
It may not, but we're going to have a damn good go at it.
Thank you very much.
I'd love to know what Claire Balding thinks about this. I know Claire. I mean, I bet she won't be happy about this. It's just ageist. That's all it is. It's people saying we can't have a bloke that age on doing this. Why? It's only 41
Never mind
years.
having more than 40 years' experience.
41 years.
Good
Anyway,
luck.
you're a legend of my generation, and we're going to try and fight the good fight, Peter.
Thanks very
And I'm
much.
just sorry that you've been given this horrible shot before Christmas. It must be particularly unpleasant to have it just at this time of year. So.
Yes, wasn't a nice
Not a
telephone
nice
call.
present. was
Well,
it? No.
we'll fight. Let's see how we get on.